What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss last Saturday's light heavyweight bout between Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bellato. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly. Help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. Jimmy Crute, Rodolfo Bellato ends in a majority draw. Sorry, guys, I'm sick. I got allergies like crazy, so I'm trying to get through this one. I can barely talk. I'm trying to get through it. Jimmy Crute, man, I mean, athletic as ever. His back was against the wall in this fight, and he fought like it was. Had that 10-8 in the first round, beat the brakes off of Rodolfo, looked more athletic, precise. The speed was there, and he just looked like the more well-rounded fighter. And as time went on, the size, the chin of Rodolfo really started to persevere, and you saw Jimmy just kind of like, well, fuck, like, what else do I kind of do to beat this guy up? Like, what else? He won't go away. And that was kind of the story for the rest of the fight. I thought Jimmy did enough to win the second round, if I'm not mistaken. So I was a little bit shocked that it was, because I think what was it? I think it was 29-27 that I ended up doing the judging along with one of the other judges as well. I did not have it a draw. I thought that he won. I think it was the first round or the second round. I thought it was a 10-8 and then the first round, and then I thought the third round that he lost. Just at that point, I mean, what else can you do against a guy who is just, he won't stop coming forward. At some point, it's like, okay, well, we just have to get through this fight. And that's what Jimmy did. He did what he had to do to just kind of survive the rest of that fight without getting himself knocked out in the process. Because, I mean, Rodolfo was going forward and for the hunt the entire time, even after getting dropped like that in the first round. Super impressive. And, a guy like Rodolfo Bellato looked good in defeat, right? Got dropped, almost got finished, was able to rally back and really find a lot of success and even start winning a lot of the exchanges later on in the fight. So as for Jimmy Crute, man, I'm just really happy to see him back with a W. It's kind of what I want. Well, not a W. I don't know why I just said that, but a draw. But in my opinion, I thought he won the fight. But they both showed up, especially on a card where everybody was kind of doubting. I thought that, UFC 312 was a card that had an opportunity to showcase a lot of new guys, introduce a lot of new fighters to us. Because, I mean, we're seeing a lot of the stars that we've come to know and love in the UFC are now retiring. I mean, Dominic Cruz was a very good example that just happened the other day. So we're seeing this new change of the guard. And I think UFC 312 was a very good way, an example for us to, get to know these guys that we're going to have to get to know anyways, and put them on a platform to excel on. And I thought they did. I thought the prelims were fired. The Cody Steele Rong Zhu fight, Jack Jenkins, who's in the hospital right now, so I hope he's doing okay. There were a lot of good fucking fights. I mean, just at the top of my head, the Jubilee fight, 19 seconds, dude got dropped right away. The Kevin Jusset fight, that was just, back and forth, slobber knocker. Alexander Topuria and Colby Thickness, what a fight that was as well. Wayne Kong, Bruno Brazil, Tom Nolan, Slava Claus. Literally every single one of those fights showed out. They performed. It was a very important event for the UFC because they took a risk on putting a lot of lesser-known names. So, honestly, guys, people to look out for now going forward. Tom Nolan. Wayne Kong, obviously, she's had her ups and downs, but she is now finding her footing within the UFC. Topuria had a dominant win where, he wasn't crazy active, but he was very effective. Rong Zhu and Cody Steele, those two just beat the shit out of each other. And it was just a very, night of the mustache. Hey, very, very good night for these guys to really have an opportunity for us to get to know them. And they really showed out. They definitely really showed out UFC 312. But as for Jimmy Crute, I'm happy he got the victory. And Rodolfo Bellato did not look good, did not look bad in defeat. Like, his stock almost rose, not in defeat, but in draw, because he got the draw, right? But yeah. It's still like a loss in my eyes. That's kind of where I get my confusion. But nonetheless, great event, great fight. Did I miss anything else? Because now I guess I'm just going to be talking about the rest of this stuff. I mean, Matthews and Prado. I mean, Jake Matthews, who, just beautiful, crisp, excellent boxing, majority boxing. Taliesin Teixeira, Justin Tafa, shattered his nose. Teixeira is just so big. I'm curious to see what he does against some of the top talent at heavyweight. But, okay, yeah, enough of me blabbering on. Guys, that's going to do it for today. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on UFC 312, but especially the Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bellato fight. Love to hear your guys' thoughts, but that's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.